Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to Fishing. So as you can tell, if you see in the background, not a particularly nice morning out, but we're going at it. Yeah, it's Sunday right now, and I'm only telling you that because yesterday was Saturday. It was a beautiful day for the most part, and I tried something a little different. I went down to, and I'm just going to say it, Cayuga Lake, and I've always really wanted to make that lake work for me, and I fished it not a lot, but a couple times throughout my career. Back when I was in college, I went over there a couple times, and currently I go there. I've been going there, you know, I've gone there no less than 4 times this year, or within the last year, and I just never do that well there. Might get 1 or 2 hits or fish, lose fish, whatever, but just never really make it happen. But I'm only telling you that because yesterday did not go well. There was so much boat traffic, so much, and they were all trolling, and I really didn't want to troll. I just wanted to get in the shallows and see if I could pull up something big, because I know there are some really, really nice fish in there. This is the time of year where you can catch pretty much anything in shallow, but that was not easy to do because of how crowded it was. So after that whole experience, I told myself I should have just went fishing where I've been fishing, and I probably would have had a much more fun time. And with that, I was wiped out after yesterday, but I'm refreshed now and I'm ready to get back at it. So I am going to my normal spot, and even though it's repetitive, I'm going to get in there. It's supposed to get kind of crappy out within, you know, the first couple hours of me getting there, so it might get a little yucky, but it should be fishable at least until probably noon. So that's what I'm looking to do right now, and I'm hoping to make it work. I'm still chasing that giant smallie. I've gotten some really nice fish, but nothing huge, so I'm hoping I can maybe change that today, but I don't care. I just want to get in the water, have a good day. So that's what we got to look forward to, and hopefully you enjoy. See you out there soon. All right, guys, we are out on the water, and we have the lake to ourselves. It's not going to be a nice day today, at least in a traditional sense, but it's not going to be hazardous. It's already starting to drizzle. Doesn't really bother me. I'm wearing a dry suit, so I'm already as wet as I'm going to get. The only thing that can get more wet are my hands and my face, and thanks to COVID, I'm wearing a mask, or my ski mask type of hat, so I can cover up everything but my eyes. I've got gloves for my hands, so rain doesn't really bother me. And one piece of advice I have for those of you that are trying to get into fishing or fish more, sometimes days like today are the best days to go fishing. After my experience on Cayuga Lake yesterday, I mean, it was beautiful out, but the problem is literally everyone was on the water. Days like today, any day where there's going to be some kind of crappy forecast, those are the days where you'll probably have the most likelihood of, you know, very few people being on the water. You lose a lot of the weekend warriors. That might apply to me at some point. But anyways, in terms of just being cautious about the weather, I mean, rain by itself is not too much of a factor, boating or not. I mean, if it was really downpouring, I would probably not bother fishing, but drizzle and just regular rain, not a big deal. The only thing that really will stop me from fishing is if you get rain plus lightning or rain plus very, very heavy wind. Heavy wind would typically keep me out of the kayak, but one thing I have as a philosophy is there's always some place you can fish. When you're fishing in the wind, there's always some place that's going to be sheltered from it or more beneficial. So it's all about finding the place that will be the best to fish that particular wind. Saltwater, maybe you won't have as much of an opportunity to deal with that or make up for that, but sometimes I find fishing the wind is actually the best fishing you can get, particularly on inshore. So those might be the days that I leave the kayak behind. But long story short, there's only a few things that'll stop me from fishing. Very heavy wind in the kayak, I'll generally not bother with. Obviously, rain plus lightning, rain plus heavy wind, and during the winter, heavy snow. We're forecasted that. Not so much because I think it'll be bad for the kayak, it's just a matter of travel and safety there. So it's all about being smart and picking and choosing your conditions, but there's a lot of time to fish as long as you're willing to be flexible, and that's really all I can say. So hopefully right now we made the right choice. All right, so we're rolling up on the shoreline right now that we're going to start with. I dropped a few times on the way out because I saw some marks, but to no avail. So we're just going to get right into this, see what's in the shallows, and hopefully we'll catch something. Got a little bit of drizzle, but fortunately, unlike yesterday, it's quite, I don't want to say warm, but warmer, and it's certainly tolerable. So we're just going to fish this. Unless it gets really nasty, we're going to give it a couple hours and hopefully get a few fish along the way. So we're just going to start with the Kitech 3-inch Fat Impact Shad 1/10 ounce jig head. It's been the winning setup recently. Hopefully it continues to be. If not, we got some other options, but this is what I'd like to start with because it has been fairly successful. Right now we're just slowly jigging along the bottom. It's about, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 15 feet of water depending on where it is in the cast. Nothing super deep. All right, the rain's definitely starting to pick up a bit, but still, with this dry suit on, it's really not a big deal. Just talking about hands getting wet, and it's not that cold out, so it's really not that bothersome. What is bothersome is not catching fish. So let's change that right now. Nice. Called it. First cast in the spot. Nice fish too. Wow. Largemouth, nice. First largemouth of the year. Cool. Not a bad fish. Yeah, little rain, ain't no thing. First largemouth of the year. Not a monster, but pretty fish. Okay, just rolled up on the spot. First cast, we got that largemouth. First fish of the day, first fish of the weekend. At this point, I could leave happy, just because I finally got a fish after a combined Saturday, Sunday fishing total time of about like 7 hours. But let's see if we can cap this day off with some nice fish. Yep. Oh, nice fish, nice fish. Wow, good fish. Good smallmouth. Whoa, don't pop up, don't pop up. Good fish. What? Oh, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down. Stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down, stay down. Come on, get in there, get in there. Oh, yes. Wow, yes. Look at that. And like nothing of water. He inhaled it. That's what I'm talking about. That's a nice one. Not very fat, but very long. Scoop that back there. It's a good 3-pounder, I'd say. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we came here. That's why we're dealing with the rain. Yes. It's good to measure. Quick measure. About an 18-incher. Nice fish, good 3-pounder, I'd say. Cool. All right, I think we got this bite dialed in now. Real close to shore. Just really slow, drop and pop, Kitech. Yeah, and it's working. So we just got that really nice, 2.5, 3-pound smallmouth. Let's see if we can get an even bigger one. It's days like today that you really, really appreciate the dry suit. I mean, I've been rained on for about an hour now, and I feel fine. I mean, fortunately, it's not cold out. If it were cold, it might be a different story, but, if it were cold, it'd probably be snow and not rain. It also helps that it's not windy, so you really should be wearing a dry suit this time of year anyways. I mean, the water is probably not much out of the 50s. It's only like 40 degrees out. I think the rule is 120, so if water temp plus air temp doesn't equal 120, you should really think about being in a dry suit if you're in a small vessel like a kayak or something, especially for prolonged periods of time. And no matter what, you should always have a PFD on, personal flotation device. I have both on, just safety first in case you are looking to try and do stuff like this on your own. Got it. It's a nice fish. Just can't. Don't want to crash into this tree. It's a lot nicer than I thought he'd be. Oh, man, it's better than the last one. Hell yeah. Alright, let's just let him chill for a sec while we reposition the boat. That's a nice fish. Another 2.5, I'd say. A little thicker than the last fish, but probably not quite as long. That's what we're talking about. Oh. Beauty. Get a quick ruler measure. I guess another 17, 18-inch fish. Just about 17. Cool. Very cool. Okay, we just got that smallmouth pretty close to shore, pushed up against a submerged tree. I think I missed that fish once and then he came back for it. So we're gonna see if we can pull another one out of that area. Let's see how it goes. All right, I decided to cross the lake. I could have stayed on the other side, but with the wind kind of shifting and it being what time it is, I want to start making my way back. So I'm gonna let the wind kind of carry me back to the launch and see if I can pick up a nice fish or two. Got him. Nice fish. Oh yeah. Stay on. That might be the fish of the day right there. Oh man, oh man, don't come off. That might be 4. Oh no. Oh my God, that's a tank. Yes. That made it worth it right there. Right there. That might, he's going to be close. This one away. Rain ain't no thing. Easy. Might be the first 4 of the year. That is the fish we've been looking for sure. The fish we've been looking for sure. Hopefully weight also equals 4. Let's see what we got. Let's see what the damage is. It's gonna be real close. It's not very fat, so that's the problem. Well, I might have really misjudged this one. 310. Whatever, nothing wrong with that. Let's get a measure. This fish is like probably one of the longest ones I've gotten this year. It's not very thick. He is... Wow, he's not even that long. He's just caught me off guard, I guess. Whatever, that's cool. It's almost 19. Whatever. Still cool. 3-pounder, 3 and change. All right, we just got a really nice fish, just a little over 3 pounds. I think it was thicker. It might have been closer to 4. But definitely a solid catch. Definitely justifying fishing in these conditions. Let's see if we can get another that'll go even bigger. So after getting that 3-pounder, I continued to fish the short line, sometimes working into slightly deeper water, but was unable to get any more fish. So after about an hour or so, like I said, I just called it and made it back to the launch. All right, I'm out of the dry suit. For the sake of dryness, I decided to shoot the outro in the car. Yeah, not a bad day of fishing overall. Not a hot bite by any stretch of the imagination, but after getting completely skunked yesterday, it was a nice change of pace. Not to mention, after dealing with all the crowds that I saw, it was nice to have the whole lake to myself. Good time all in all. 4 good fish. Lost that one other nice fish. Nothing huge, but fun nonetheless. So, yeah. Can't let the weather dictate if you're going fishing or not. I hope you enjoyed. If you like what you saw, you know what to do. I won't even say it. More to come soon. See y'all later. Thank you for watching.